the beta comes to an end today, and with it, my horse adventures. And while that's especially devastating to me personally, we hope you'll be happy to know that we noticed a few things that were particularly battlefieldy during the beta. Spawning into Battlefield 1 for the first time, you may notice that there's an incredibly large number of vehicles at the disposal of your perfectly capable hands. While driving your tank throughout the dunes of the Sinai Desert, you may have found yourself thinking, does anyone else think it's weird that that Jeep is shaped exactly like a horse? Well, you'd be right. Except it's not a Jeep. That is a horse. It's the new cavalry class. The class comes equipped with its own long-range rifle and a scimitar, and your standard horse supplies of grenades, ammo, and med packs. That's what horses come with, right? When you pick them up from the horse store? I don't know very much about horses. The Battlefield series is no stranger to classes, but it's had a storied history in the past, with them sometimes morphing in and out of each other and becoming a little confusing. Well, you'll be happy to know, in Battlefield 1, the classes are quite well defined. The Assault is for assaulting pretty much everyone and everything with dynamite and SMGs, while the Medic carries the life-giving syrup that we so fondly remember from World War I that's been saving people and keeping us immortal for all of time. Meanwhile, the Support provides covering fire and lots of ammo, while covering your 6 with traps. Recon class makes its return as the Scout class. A fan favorite is always ever present on the field, keeping their scopes trained on the enemy's heads. Unlike in previous Battlefield games, snipers no longer have to give away their position with their scopes. They can now use a spotting scope to spot enemies from across the battlefield, giving them a strategic advantage over their opponents. And if you're lucky, you might stumble upon one of the 3 spawned-in classes, the elite classes as DICE is calling them, such as the Flame Trooper, who comes equipped with, you guessed it, a flamethrower, and the Tank Hunter, who carries a 50 cal sniper rifle so heavy he can barely lift it. We feel that this one goes without saying, but the Battlefield series is known for its grand-scale warfare, and Battlefield 1 is no exception to that. With enormous maps and massive behemoth vehicles, such as the armored tank seen in the beta, Battlefield feels the most like an actual battlefield. Add on top of that the dynamic weather, which will happen randomly throughout matches, and you've got... So far we've seen sandstorms and heavy rain, but developer DICE have promised more. You've got the making of a good diverse map setting, with various maps taking on various forms. In the past, the Battlefield series has put an emphasis on teamwork, especially within your squad. But Battlefield 1 really knows how to drive that point home. Each one of the classes has weapons and equipment that fit a very specific need within the team, which means when you're not the right person for the job, it's nice to have that squad mate hopefully nearby to help you out. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't surprised at what 5 total strangers could do whenever they work together. I'd be lying even more if I said I was surprised at what 5 snipers can accomplish when working separately. Thanks a lot, guys. Turns out that the 1910s were a great time for insane creative types. Things like planes with tank cannons strapped to them, or tank planes as I like to call them, were commonplace, along with sharpened shovels for brutal melee kills during the First World War, though it's not all fun in planes. With the war crime for chemical warfare having not yet been invented, mustard gas is a very real threat to you, so you might want to keep that mask handy. Those are just a few of the things that we noticed while playing the Battlefield 1 beta that made us think that this is the most Battlefield yet. What do you think? Did you see something in the beta you liked more? Be sure to let us know in the comments section, and like and subscribe if you liked this video and want more. Thanks for watching. Subscribe! Cue the music!